typically, at least in my experience, people don't come to Calvinism just by reading the Bible.
When I first became a Christian, I was a charismatic. I belonged to an old school AOG church. About this time, I also shattered my ankle. I couldn't walk, and so I was sort of forced to sit and read. And I decided I was going to read the Bible as fast as I could. And it took me about 2.5, 3 weeks, and when I got done, I made some notes. Some in the notes were that if God can use incredibly flawed people, he can use me. Also, I noted that perhaps maybe how we were using some of the spiritual gifts were not biblical. And the third thing I noticed is that God has, through redemptive history, preserves for himself a people for his own glory. So I went to my charismatic Bible study teacher and I said, hey, I just read the Bible in 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. And he's like, really? Well, what'd you learn? And I told him, I said, God can use incredibly flawed people. And he's like, amen, brother. And I said, I don't think that how we use the spiritual gifts are biblical. And he was like, what? Wait a second. And I said, and the third thing I learned is God preserves a people for himself for his own glory. And the Bible study teacher said, you sound like a Calvinist. I said, what's a Calvinist?
Now, you may have a testimony of somebody who has. Congratulations.